You're such an asshole.
Hey everybody, the old captain at assholeconsulting.com, where if you got questions, I got answers as long as you got money. Clary Potter, that's good. I'm studying industrial engineering at a place. I had a rough semester. My previous 3.1 GPA was lowered to a 2.9 GPA. While I struggled in the semester, I took on too many personal goals and did not put 100% into school. Well, you kids keep thinking that there's more to college than going there to get educated. And that's where you're going to fuck up. You go to college to get an education and to get a degree that'll make you more money. That's it. Oh, I'm in the frat sigma rep phi alpha dickhead frat. No, you're there to get a fucking degree so you could go and make more money. The smart ones. So now you got a shitty GPA. That 3.0 is a hard floor in engineering. I have heard horror stories of guys who still do not have engineering jobs after a year of searching because either of a low GPA or lack of experience. I have a few classes left. However, considering my raw ability and the difficulty of classes ahead, the odds I can bring my GPA back up to 3 are slim at best. No, we don't do that here. We do not do that here. Okay? That's Oprah Consulting. That's your little fucking faggoty pussy little psychology major got her fucking master's in that. Well, let me think. Is it behavioral or Freudian? What is Carl Jung? We don't do that here. We solve problems. You just admitted to me, you little piece of shit, that you mailed it in, that you did it half-assed and you took on too many personal goals. All right, and now you're saying, oh, it's really hard. I can't. No, you're either lazy or you're stupid. Look at it. Look up the engineering ones I've done before. I've done engineering videos. Are you too smart or are you too lazy? Are you too stupid, right? Are you too stupid or are you too lazy to get a degree in engineering? There's no such thing as too smart to get a degree, or too. If you are too dumb, you can't get a degree. If you're too lazy, you could get it. Then it's a choice up to you. This is all on you. On the other hand, I can pad my GPA with a couple courses to get it back up. Why don't you just try hard? Why don't you do it right the first time? Why, or at least do it that way so you know for a fact you can't do it. Because you just said, I took on too many personal goals and did not put 100% into school. Why don't you try it the white male Western European or Western civilization way? Why don't you give it your best and not bitch and whine about it? Try that once. See what, and as I have to say, old school, traditional, not that many of them living more white male, Western civilization type of people, and you give it your best. Then you know for a fact whether or not you can do it. I will admit last year I found a good paid summer internship on a jobs board website when my GPA was a 2.96, plus a housing stipend located at a place. However, I spent a good portion of my winter break reading online guides, books, even the Roosh V forum on how to find jobs, applying that advice, tweaking resume, cover letters for each position, and sending them out in open positions on various job board sites. Good. Yep, absolutely great site. Good. That's a good expenditure of your time. Even then, I feel luck played a huge role in getting that internship. Well, I don't know, dude. You put your first half of your email says, I didn't do anything, and oh, gee, it sucks, I can't do it. Then your second part right here, hey, I put some effort into it, and I found success. Do you not see the oil and water not mixing here? You put your effort into it, usually you get paid off. Not always, there's no guarantee, but you put the effort into it, usually there's a payoff. I'm one of the leads on the engineering team, design team. This sounds great, dude. Learn 2 programming languages and some additional experience that is somewhat relevant. I can send a resume upon request. No, I don't need it because, look, you're already ahead of your peers. You learn 2 programming languages. You already have experience. Look, your GPA sucks, and you should get it up. But this is going to help out. You got real experience. You got 2 languages under your belt. You're a lead. This is going to look great on a resume. And it's because you had hustle. Now, I don't know why you don't put that towards all your endeavors in life, because then you wouldn't even have to pay me for this. You'd have a 3.5 GPA, so what the fuck do I need Aaron Clary for? I have a few connections leads to bypass HR, good, and get directly to the hiring manager. However, nothing is solid, and in this regard, dating jobs is like applying with women. Yeah, it is. Furthermore, most of my leads are in my home state, and while I will take what I can get, I'd rather leave the state for good. I can email you the reasons. Preferably, I would like to live in the American South or Midwest. Yeah, I'd go with South. Should I take some extra classes to raise my GPA back up to a 3.0? Do you think the internship I got was luck, persistence, my resume, or a combination of 3? I'd say everything's a combination of 3. It's to what varying degrees. I think luck was a little bit of it, sure, but luck plays a role in everything. Persistence is more. That's it. Your resume before your internship, you didn't have a good resume. I think it was your work and your hustle. That's what got it for you, and luck may have played a little role. Should you take extra classes to raise your GPA back up? But not the easy mailing classes. Why don't you take the classes that are going to help you? Look, you're gonna have to take whatever classes you have to take. Ace them. Bring your G. Why are you going to take extra classes? Think about what a fucking waste of time that's going to be. Just take the classes you got to take now and ace them, and you're so close to a 3.0 GPA, you'll get back above it. And then if for whatever reason you don't get above and you get your degree, fine. Go back, take a class at night, take basket weaving, take fucking badminton. I took a goddamn class in badminton. Get your fucking A, and then raise it up. But I would not be wasting more time in unnecessary classes just to boost your GPA. You can always do that later, all right? But the old way Aaron Clary would have, Jack Burton would have done it. Stupid fucking movie. Never watched Big Trouble in Little China. Waste of fucking life. I would just ace the classes I had to take, thereby making it so it wasn't necessary. I took more classes and pissed away more time and my life away doing it. How much harder is it to find a full-time position than it is to find an internship? In my experience, they're the same. You're basically applying for a position. Now, some internships, they're really easy to find because they weren't paid. You're paid, so that's a job. They just happen to call it an internship. It's just as hard. So the fact you got an internship means you could probably land a job, so don't worry too much. But you're still going to have that same hustle and move and go. Do you think the engineering graduates who complain about the lack of jobs are struggling, too afraid to move, or just plain lazy? Thank you. I think there's a bit, because everyone says, dude, it's all the HB1 visa guys coming in. And I'm like looking at starting salaries. I'm like, look, I understand the concern about foreigners competing for your job. I got that. But when I see starting salaries of $55,000 for some kid that doesn't have experience, I'm thinking like, all right, that's the labor market telling me there's a shortage. So I think what a lot of it is these kids, even if they did major in STEM, even if they did major in engineering, their parents didn't teach them a work ethic, and they are on kind of this like, well, I'm just going to become an engineer, the fucking job should fall on my dick. And that's kind of what I think they have. They don't have the hustle, they're not out there applying. And then they're, and I don't know if it's that they're lazy, I think they're, the lack of jobs, do you think who complain about the lack are struggling? They're obviously struggling, too afraid to move. I don't think it's fear, just plain lazy. I don't even think it's laziness. I think, they try. Look, school is a 1-to-1 ratio. You put, 5% more energy into the system, you get 5% back out. Because it's to measure your skills. All right? The real world doesn't work that way. So from 5 to 22... these guys, they've always put their work in, and they've always gotten A's, and that's how it works. So I apply for the job, I should get the job. And they don't realize that, like, no. Now you're in the real world, and you're going to have to talk to the HR cunt, Jimmy McJim, who inherited the company from Jimmy Jim, who inherited from Jim, is a spoiled, rotten brat and giving the money all the people don't look at resume. It is no longer the logical, literal, well-oiled, machine-like process that you're used to in college and school. Now it's ass-kissing, brown-nosing, a whole other bunch of variables that have nothing to do with merit or hard work or your GPA. So I think they go and they apply for a couple jobs like, wait a minute, how come I didn't get it? Oh, fuck, man, it's hard. It's like, dude, you have no fucking clue how hard it is. You just, and you do, and that's the advantage you got over probably most of your competitors, and it's going to show in your resume with that internship, but at least you know what is required. So, I want to let those guys get you down. You're doing very well, especially for your low GPA, and I would even say that your internship and your resume is more important. Like, ideally get to the point, after 3 or 4 years, no one cares about your GPA. Do you have your degree, and what have you done? That's what they really care about. You're already to that point. It's like, oh, what have you done? So I think your internship and your experiences in that internship are going to certainly benefit you, and most employers are going to overlook your GPA. And don't take resume advice from me, but I would almost put work experience up top, and then your your GPA, your education down below. It just, vary it. Send out half your resumes with the work up top and half the resumes with the work down below. Your internship, I mean. Because that would be, I don't know whether it's going to work out or not, but it's worth a shot, especially if you're a little bit worried about your GPA. Because then people are like, oh, he's got experience. And what's the GPA? Oh, he's got experience. A lot of times, like, oh, it's not 3.0, throw it away, and they didn't see all the experience that you had. So that's just something to consider. But yeah, if you get your GPA up there, let's do it the right way, right? And then yeah, absolutely, man, continue on your hustle with your internship and stuff like that, but apply it to your job hunt. So best of luck to you. Toodles.